Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. My name is Katie and today I have a very exciting topic that I want to share with you, and that's a stop motion video. So this is the first time that I'm going to record this. I have been doing this for quite some time already. I actually started using Photoshop for this, and then I went to easel and started doing GIF animations, and then started doing it on Canva as well. And I am actually very inspired by all the stop motion videos that I am seeing. So I wanted to take it and apply my own spin, and then share it with you so you can try it on your own as well. So you can improve and you can let your imagination take you wherever you want to go with this. There's no holds barred. Sky is the limit. So I hope you're as excited as me. Are you ready? Let's go ahead and get started. So as I was saying, we are going to be doing a stop motion video right now. And maybe you are wondering, what is a stop motion video? So a stop motion video has been around for over 100 years already. So if you are familiar with the old school animations in the past, and that stop motion, where they actually use frames in order to mimic movements and all that. And for today's lesson, instead of frames, we are going to be using pages. So you know very well that Canva has pages, so we will utilize that. Now, when you string everything together, the several pages and all that, the objects or the scenes appear to move. So that's what we are going to do. And the stop motion animation is actually the most basic principle of animation. So stop and go. And then all you need is a good idea, an imagination, and of course, a tool to edit our frames, which is, in this case, Canva. All right, now, stop motion videos require repetition. So that means you'll be utilizing several pages today. To start, my tip for you is to actually think of a concept. Now, this is what I thought about right now, since I think every one of us right now misses traveling a lot. So I picked this subject. And it's always good to start with your last slide. Now I'm just showing you my background slide right here, or my background page. I actually got this from FreePick. I have a subscription, so I can use it. And if you don't have a subscription, you are also able to download around 3 illustrations per day, or 3 files, that is. And then if you log into your account, even if it's free, you can download up to 10. So you don't have to pay for anything. But if you, in case you will use it and post it on social media, you have to actually attribute to the owner or to the designer. All right, so now that you've seen the background, I will show you the concept that I thought about. So everything that I overlaid on top of this illustration was actually from Canva. I'm using a Canva Pro account, so maybe if you are using a Canva free subscription, then you won't be able to get all the illustrations that I've picked, and maybe you have to pay for them. So you just have to pick some of the free choices, because there's still a lot of free elements that you can choose from. So this will be our first scene later, and then this is our last. All right, so this will be the last scene that we will try to recreate, okay? So here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna duplicate this one, all right? And then I can remove this already. All right, this would be our first page. There's nothing in it except the background, all right? But I want to make it easier on myself. So what I'll do is to actually delete this one, and then use just the characters right here, and then remove anything that I've added. So that will be our first slide. So anything that I added will be removed. All right, so there, it's just explore the world and then the background. Okay, so I separated each character so that I will be able to manipulate each later so that I can make them dance or I can make them move around. So this is our page 1, and then I'm going to duplicate this. So what I will do is to actually make the letters move first and then later add the other elements on top. All right, so I'm going to duplicate this. All right, so there's 1, 2, 3, 15 characters. So I'm gonna have to duplicate this at least 15 times. So if you want your characters to move slower, then you have to have more than 15 pages for this. All right, so I think I'm gonna choose 30. So there's an allocation of 2 movements per letter. If in case I will choose later to make the letters move slower, then I can always add a few more pages. By the way, in Canva, you are actually allowed to have a maximum of 100 pages for each project that you are working on. Now, if you want to have more than 100, what you can do is just to finish 100 here and probably create another file and then just string all of them in a video editor that's outside Canva. So we're now about 18 pages. So let me just move a little faster. And then there you go. We have 30 pages already. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to scroll back to the first page and I am going to scatter the letters around. Okay. I think I forgot to remove the clouds, so I'm going to remove them. Okay, so I'll continue scattering the letters around and then I'm going to assemble them later. There you go. There's no rhyme and reason. Just actually scatter them around as is. All right. So there you go. And then one more. So let's say this is our first slide. So again, I'm going to duplicate with the letters. And then I'm going to make the letter E move because it's our first letter. And then I'll try to move the other letters around. There you go. That's another movement. And then I'm going to copy again and then move the letter E one more time. I'm not actually thinking while I'm moving. I'm just making my finger and my mouse click its way through our design. All right, so there. And then another one. You can actually make your fonts or your text dance as well. So let's put a little bit of motion right here so that they will be in a different position or in a different angle when we do the stop motion animation already. So this is just the basic principle of this. You just move around things. Each frame would be equivalent to one movement, okay? And then I will put the letter E to its position already. And then I will start moving the X, the next letter. All right, I think that's enough movement. And then another one. And next page. So I'm just gonna quickly breeze through this and I'll probably fast forward, but you get the idea already. So you can do it on your own. All right, so I'll go over this and I'll fast forward the video. So I decided to delete the rest of the ones that we duplicated earlier so that I can play around with each of the elements. So I'm just going to delete all, okay, except the last page, because we have to have the elements that we chose earlier. So I'm just going to delete this real quick. Think we're almost there. Okay, there you go. And then what I'm going to do right here, since we have this clouds already, what I'll do is actually copy again and then add one element, or another thing is just to delete this altogether. But I think I like the drama that the plane will be coming from here. Okay, so I cannot decide on what to do, so let me think. All right, that actually happens sometimes. So I think I'm gonna return the plane here first, and then it's okay. If you can think about what you need to do, then it's fine. There's no right or wrong when you are creating stop motion video. So I think what I am going to do right now is to actually just proceed here and then create another one and then start to move things around. So maybe put this here and remove her eyeglasses, pretend like she's holding it, and then move around all the elements right here. Okay, her passport can be there. And then another one. You can still opt to make your letters move if you want to, but I don't want to mess with them anymore. So I'm just gonna mess around, or I'm just gonna play around with the other elements that we have chosen. All right, so the shorter or the much closer the movements are when you create this, the better it is, or the smoother your animation is. So again, let me play around with this, and then I'll forward the video so that you don't have to stick around listening to all the things I'm saying, so you won't be bored. Okay, so we're done with 61 slides and all. So here's what I'm going to do for the last slide. I'm just going to remove the plane altogether, and then we are going to review if we see some enough movements for our pages. Again, you can make your animation a lot smoother by having more slides or more pages, or in animation term, more frames. But in this tutorial, I think this would be enough. I'm sure you understand the concept already. So if you have time, go ahead and try it and let me know about your experience. So here, what I'm going to do right now is just to download it already as an MP4 file. Now, if you want to add music at this point, you can, but I will not add anything. I will do all the post-processing editing using an external video editor. So I'm just going to download everything right now, send this to a client or post it somewhere. I'll make this a lot nicer and even add some more frames, but our tutorial is getting too long and I don't want to bore you. As long as I have laid out all the concepts already that you need to understand, then I guess you're good. Now, again, let me just remind you, the more pages you have, the smoother your movements will look like. So if you want to add more finesse to what you are doing, then add more pages. And of course, there is no right or wrong number of slides. So I couldn't tell you that 10 slides or 20 slides or 30 slides is perfect. But as long as there's movement already and you can show that some of the objects or all of the objects that you have are moving, then you're good. And of course, I prefer doing post-production editing using an external tool rather than on Canva, because I cannot really manipulate the speed of the animation in Canva. So I will have to use Filmora for this. So I'm just gonna download everything. All right, all 61 pages in all. Click download, and Canva will do the motions of downloading. And then once it's downloaded, I'm gonna open Filmora so we can work on adjusting the speed of the clip already. Okay, so now we've opened Filmora, and then I'm going to click on new project. You can start with a different size, but I'll just go with the widescreen right now, and then I'm just going to adjust the frame here. So I'm going to change the aspect ratio to 940 by 788 pixels. That's the Facebook size. So I'll choose custom dimension and then unlock it here so that it will not be equal. So 940 by 788 pixels. And then frame rate would be 30, and then I'll click on OK. And we should be all set. Let me just check. And then I'm going to drag the file right here of the video that we created. All right, so let me just double check what the aspect ratio is. Yes, we are correct. That's 940 by 788 pixels. Click on OK. And our video actually lasts for more than 5 minutes. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to highlight it and then adjust the speed to say around 8 times. So now we're down to a little over 35 seconds. So let me just view how it looks like. Okay, so I guess it's good enough. All right, so you can play around with your elements of the design, but don't forget the tip that I can give you is to actually think about a concept first and then start with your last page so that you would know what to design and what elements to move around. Because if you will start from scratch without working on your last page first, then you will have a hard time deciding what other elements to put. So also it's a good practice to gather all the elements that you will be using first, because it will save you so much time. Now we have it. I think I'm good with the animation that we created. Now the next thing to do is to add a music background. So I'm going to randomly pick an MP3 file here on my downloads folder, and let us see. Okay, so that's good enough for me. So I'm just going to cut it right here. So the music will end as soon as our animation ends as well. And then I'm going to adjust the fade out so it doesn't drastically cut at the end. Okay, so there you go. This is good enough for me already. You can apply all the other changes if you want. You can add some intro and outro and all that stuff. But for this demo, I'm just going to show you this so that you will understand how to start with a stop motion video and that you can create it on your end already. So the next thing that I would do is to export this as an MP4 file. So stop motion, and then travel, just so I would remember what's all about. And then I'm going to save this to my downloads folder and then click on export. And it's going to export right now. The export time actually depends on your internet connection speed as well as the size of your overall video that you are working on. All right, so almost done, and voila, we're done. There you go. Our video is ready. So I'm just going to go ahead and click it so we can preview. And just like that, we're done. So I'm going to share this video with you, and I hope you enjoyed it, and I hope you will try to recreate or to try and make an original concept on your end. So again, my name is Katie. If you haven't subscribed yet to my channel, I would really appreciate it if you hit the subscribe button as well as the notification bell, so that you will be reminded or you will be prompted when a new video is up. So thank you so much again for all your support. And again, if you have questions, please feel free to let me know. I'm here to help you out. Have a great day or night wherever you are. Bye now.